for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Mike, here we go. 120!
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now the first carry for Bush. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Go, go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Touch. 20. Check. 55 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 36. 36. Let's find 7.
On first down, Bush. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You got nothing. Hey, look. Sunday.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Great. Back.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's wearing the tight end with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
No. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Go.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Ram. Check 24. 25. Check 25. Hey, Bunch.
Working from the gun, Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, watch.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Complete to Johnny Smith. A gain of 59 yards. First down, Titans.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, the linemen, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Right there. 54 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's go now. 6-1. 5-4. Let's get the ball.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Slam. Kill. Watch the eye.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Again, it's Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch it. Safety screaming. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second and 14. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Army.
Wentz going to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Watch the twitch.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Safe. Alert 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 52. He's crashing. He's check running.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. They can't hang with us.
They go play action here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come on, let's go. Let's go one more. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, try.
Second and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
54 is Mike. 54.
They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield toward the touchdown.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the ship. Lefty. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, they stick with Bush. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw complete to Herndon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Pac-Man. 280! You don't know no better. Outside, solid.
On first down, it's Bush. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Wentz to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
55, my God, 55. Hey. Ram. Here I come.
Now Wentz finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Under 10.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. 180. 55. All day, just like that.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Nice move.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120. 954.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the slap.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And it coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. They find some open field here. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him move forward.
He's going to air one out. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. as his guys are in for 6. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Backman. 180. Watch 54. Hey, Bush.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
82.
Throwing now is Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Rabbit. Kill. Hey, watch it. Run.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Empty. Undercrush. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 3. Kill. Check 3. Hey, empty. Hang in the cut.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice says, let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. 4th quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 44-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Wentz again. Herndon's got it complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Go. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Here we go. Blood.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 9, check 9.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Titans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.